What's up, gamers?
What is up, fathers?
It is me. I am your host, the Equalibriums.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex, and I'm here to bring you episode 198 of the JARCAST. I'm joined by James.
Yeah!
And Jamie over there. Yeah. Jamie or Jim, which do you prefer?
When I come out...
Jesus Christ, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again, I swear to God. We're not having another normal episode, I swear to Christ. That's it. You know, a few weeks ago we had the...
Before we start, can I just say, I want us to try making this a normal episode.
Oh, shut up. Shut your face. Before we move on any further, before you've... Shut up. The Perry, shut up. Just let me do this. Shut up and let me do this. This is important, all right? We got to thank the patrons for everything they provide for us. There are big things on the horizon. I swear to Christ, there are big things on the horizon. Thanks to the patrons. Thanks to everyone who gives us ratings on iTunes and all that stuff. Thank you. Okay, we got to get that out of the way. It's important.
It's not about getting it out of the way. It's about it existing in its own right.
Yeah. So a lot has happened in the last week or so since we last recorded.
Yeah, Donald Trump has been elected president. Who would have fucking
It's a crazy world we live in.
Crazy.
Man.
The Apprentice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the apprentice himself.
You're fired. And all that sort of stuff.
You're fired.
Get out of here. There's something I want to talk about first, right?
Okay.
I want to talk about a little small indie company unveiled a piece of technology, which you might have heard of. Xbox Project Sex. Is that what it's called? Project Sex.
Edgebox.
Xbox Project Sex. You know, what is it called again?
Sexbox Project Edge.
Oh no, it's called the Xbox Series Sex.
No, the Sexbox Series X.
Right. So Microsoft revealed the new
PlayStation 5, Xbox 1080.
They revealed the new Xbox. It's called Xbox Series X. It's literally called the Sex Box, the X Sex Box.
The Xbox Sex.
Now, I will say it's going to be a massive disappointment if I cannot play VR hentai games on it. It would be a wasted opportunity.
Demonetized?
Oh, it's already been demonetized, don't worry.
You reckon?
Yeah, I said...
No, I think just
said the G
saying
word.
Sex Box over and over again might have done it. But
My finger hurt.
what do you think of the new Series X box? The new box that you can buy.
I'm not going to buy it
That's a given.
because
What
Given-
do you buy apart from car parts anyway? You say
And sex bots.
if you could have literal intercourse with the Series Sex, would you do it?
Would you buy it?
Yeah, would you buy it and do it?
no, I would not.
Why?
Do you know what? Do you know what? Because I just buy a PC instead.
Can you have sex with a PC?
No, but isn't that the appeal of it, right? Though it's like a entry-level PC in a way. It's like a PC tower. That's what it looks like. I don't mind the design of it. People will be jumping on it.
Yeah, but you said that about the Xbox One, to be fair.
No, but the Xbox One, the original one,
It was shit.
is bad.
No, if the proportions are true, because there's like a controller next to the Xbox Series.
Yeah,
X.
it's like 3 controllers on top of each other, roughly.
Yeah, and that's pretty small.
And you can have it vertical. You can have it on its side. You can choose what you want.
Like every console since the PlayStation 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that doesn't.
I'm not like I don't
mean-
have stock in Microsoft. I don't care.
do.
I
How are they
don't.
doing?
I mean, talking genuinely about this, it's got backpat. Like from
That's
day
the
one.
thing, and Game Pass.
Yeah, but a
'cause,
console
like-
should have backpat. You shouldn't have to say it's got backpat. It should have backpat.
No, but it doesn't just have backpat, but it's going to have backpat all the way back to the original Xbox.
Like the current one is.
Yeah.
No, when the 360 came out, it wasn't like every original game just worked.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't.
No, but that should be the case, because it was the case with the PlayStation 3.
No, only one.
Was it the
SKU of
case with the PlayStation 4? No.
No, because the corporate world has changed since then.
Yeah, and this is a good sign that it's going back to how things should be. Like, that's a big aspect in whether I will buy a console or not.
No, but I
Right.
will ask, why would you want to play games that are old?
Because, like, say, I've been playing Sekiro recently, and if I can get a new console and it's just going to play the game I already own, but run better, and on my nice TV, what's not appealing about that? My whole library's on there. I'll
No,
be able
that's
to play
the thing.
Witcher,
Just because a new generation has come out doesn't mean that, like, a game... For example, if the Xbox comes out in November and a game comes out in September, why would you not want to play the game that came out in September?
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, why do you want to play an Xbox 360 game when you just don't need to?
You might want
It's
to.
just a value proposition, that's all. But my question more so is, has sort of like PC kind of taken some of the oomph away from consoles now?
Yeah.
Well,
Because there is there's like a parody going on where they are just basically becoming PCs now, because you can't beat it. Like there's no argument really against PC being the best way to play video games. There's no argument. Runs them the best. They're cheaper. Well, as long as you've already got a PC that can run it, of course. But
yeah.
that is the optimal way.
That's not difficult nowadays. You can play modern FPSs like COD on a really base level PC, because I do, and it's not bad. It runs smoothly.
But the place I think consoles do have is in like a living room.
Yeah.
Families,
Yeah,
houses. Like, I don't want to put my PC is comically large. It is comically large. Like, putting that in my living room would look ridiculous. It would look absurd.
No, that can work. No, it can. You ain't got no skills in interior design.
Oh,
I
shut your
do.
face.
That can work.
Shut your face, will you?
No.
We have more important matters than just a silly little sex box being released. Something big has happened. Something huge has happened.
I know.
If this is what I'm thinking it is, this is bigger than
But genuinely, I have not been more stunned by any piece of news or information, possibly in my life. This is, of course, referring to the famous comedian / actor / personality. What were you saying, Jim? Sorry?
funny.
Funny. Yeah, the funny guy known as Kumail Nanjiani. Kumail Nanjiani, as most will know, is Pawnee from Men in Black International, that film everyone remembers. Everyone remembers that one. Everyone remembers Pawnee, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Perfectly done.
Perfectly done.
James, perfectly done.
Perfectly done. Pawnee, turns out, is hung as fuck.
Yeah, so let me reel this back. If you don't know who this is, just Google him. Google Kumail Nanjiani. You know him. You've heard him. He's in like some sitcom or something about...
He's in Mass Effect Andromeda. There you go.
He is in Mass Effect Andromeda.
He's one of the salami.
But he's probably more well known for being the main character in The Big Sick, I'd say. That's what's got... He's got his like cred.
For being the main character in Stuber.
And Stuaba, yeah. What else was he in? Central Intelligence he was in, apparently.
He was in Central Intelligence.
That incredible piece of cinema. But what we're talking about, of course, is this actor we've been long-time fans of, especially since he was announced as being Pawnee in Man in Black. There's a Marvel movie coming out called The Eternals, right? We're all incredibly familiar with The Eternals. Everyone knows The Eternals.
Man.
Everyone knows The Eternals.
You can say I'm an eternal fan.
Ooh.
No, because listen, the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations, everyone knows that.
Everyone knows it. It's the oldest.
Everyone knows the saga of the
Book
Eternals.
of Genesis.
Yeah,
Eternals.
ain't nothing.
There isn't anyone who doesn't know about the saga of Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. Like, that's just common knowledge.
When Marvel was first starting this cinematic universe, I was like, yeah, this is fine.
Avengers, Iron Man, the Hulk. Who honestly cares?
We need the guys that have existed on Earth.
Where's the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations?
That's the fucking...
That is the bread and butter of just superhero stuff. You know?
Honestly, it's the long term. It's the long term end. It's the end game of Marvel.
This is what Marvel's been
enough.
leading up to. Is
so. This is the cast of the Eternals, right? Angelina Jolie is sort of the lead. She's the lead. She's playing Athena. You know,
right, that's fine. She ain't no...
She's Athena. She's one of the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. And then, of course, she's backed up by Selma Hayek, who plays Ajax, of course. Everyone knows Ajax.
Ah, Ajax.
She's one of the saga of the Eternals.
That's
a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilization. And they're backed up, of course, by Richard Madden, who's playing Icarus, who you might know from Game of Thrones. He was one of the older Stark brothers. He, of course, is playing...
Let me see who this is.
You know, him.
Oh, I can't see.
Richard Madden. You know, he was in Game of Thrones and all that. You know, he's the one. He's the older brother.
He plays Bean Stark.
He played Robb Stark.
He
played Robb Stark in The Eternals.
The race of immortal beings.
And then Kit Harington is in the movie as well. He's playing Dane Whitman, who's probably one of the saga of the Eternals. And most importantly, bringing it back round, Kumail Nanjiani is playing Kingo. He's playing Kingo, who is part of the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. But the ultimate point of this story being brought up is the fact that this random fucking guy, he got so ripped for this random goddamn guy, this random comedian. He's like shredded. Oh my, 0% body fat. Like, have you seen this, Jen? Have you seen this?
No, I've never seen this person.
Let me show you a picture. If you're wondering right now, you really need to see this. Just go on Google. Just search, you know, his name. You know, everyone remembers it. You know, the saga of the Eternals, whatever. Like, he is shredded. He at 0% body fat. He's gone in.
That is shredded.
This is like Chris Pratt pre-Guardians of the Galaxy. One condition of him being the lead character in the movie: get shredded.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a good shredded. That looks like it's an actual muscle to be used shredded.
But it got me thinking. It's like everyone who gets cast in one of these Marvel movies, they just become like these just computer generated monsters. These like just perfect humans. What happened? Like when you're cast a Disney, like, look, you are ours now. You're our little pawn. You're a little pawnee. You're a little pawnee in a way. This is what you eat now. This is your day now. This is what you do. You are ours now. You wake up, you eat some kale, you work out for a few hours, do a few press tours and, you know, some, you know, jerking off on Twitter and all that shit. And then you just eat kale and you are very, like, strong and all that. And you just keep doing that until you, like, go on set and you make your, like, mediocre movie and you're paid just millions upon millions of dollars. And
then you can go back to being normal.
Yeah, and it's like you're living hell in a way. Like it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like it probably is like horrible.
Yeah, I think it is horrible.
Like having to look at his body, just look at it.
Yeah, there's that certain type of like fit person where it looks like
that's your life. That is your life. You can't look like that.
So there's like people that are like hench, and it's like they go to the gym, but they also have a life. Then there's this kind of ripped, where it's all you do is that, and it's clear that it hurts. It hurts to have a body like that.
Yeah, because I don't know how old he is either. He's not old. He's not an old guy. You know, he's not getting up there or anything.
No, not at all.
He was born in 78, actually. 78. So James, use your accounting knowledge to figure out how old he is, because I can't be doing that. It's too late for me to do any
78. That's
It's like 40.
He's 78 years old.
50.
He's 50.
41. 41 this year.
So that makes it even crazier. He's 41 years old, and he's more shredded than I will ever be in my life.
Unless
Times 10.
Unless you get cast in a Marvel movie.
No, I'll be cast in a DC movie. Let's be real. I'll be. What's like the? You know a bit about DC. What's the equivalent of the Eternals, but DC? Suicide Squad.
4.
Fantastic Four. The Martian Manhunter, whatever the fuck. I can't deal. And do you think he's literally going to be in the movie for like 3 minutes?
That would make it so fucking worth it.
Is he going to be in the movie for like a couple minutes?
Yeah,
I reckon he'll be in the movie for half an hour.
He's going to be
That's
topless.
too much.
He's going to be topless at some point to get fucking...
Yeah, he's definitely going to be topless.
But why? Like,
Because
surely the sex appeal of the movie is Angelina Jolie
No,
and the
she-
guys
what
from
about
Game
women?
of Thrones.
She's not sexy.
Oh, the guy from...
There are two guys from Game of Thrones. Two of the hottest Stark brothers are in there.
The two, not two of the hottest Stark brothers.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, why is he getting so shredded for this role?
Because he's been told to. He doesn't have a choice. He's been told that he has to be shredded.
You really think that?
Yes.
But don't you think that shredded people are inherently less funny?
Yes.
I thought that.
Yes.
We've said this before on the JARCAST about Chris Pratt getting completely shredded for Guardians of the Galaxy,
funny.
and it makes him less funny. He's much funnier when he's more relatable and pudgy. Like, you know, everyone in the world is aside from Chris Pratt.
Why does every single character from these movies though have to be the same like body type?
It gets tiring. It does.
Well, 4 wasn't.
4.
Thor is like the most ripped of them all.
Yeah, he's
Not in Endgame. He was fucking pudgy as fuck.
But that was the joke. That was
yeah,
like-
yeah, he's
he
still
was,
pudgy.
He was a laughing stock.
and then by the end he was like ripped anyway, so whatever.
No, he was ripped and fat. He's pudgy. It doesn't matter.
But even Chris Hemsworth, there's like, you know, there's probably, you know, there's articles or whatever where he's come out and he's like, yeah, life is just misery when I have to look this way.
That wasn't Chris Hemsworth. That was Chris.
Oh, there's so many Chris's. They're all.
There's Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris.
How many Chris's
What's
are
the
in?
third Chris? Captain America Chris.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah. He's the one that really was hating it. He was like,
He's had enough.
Don't enjoy this. I just want to be fat and happy.
I just want to eat a burger or something. I just
Yeah.
want to eat like a packet of crisps.
Yeah.
You know? I just want to drink
some fucking salt and vinegar.
Yeah, I just want to drink like
pipers.
1 glass of Coke.
Good thing is he doesn't have to do it anymore. He's
Yeah,
gone.
he's free.
Yeah, because now it's moved on to the likes of a Pawnee to, you know, take that sort of mantle of strength and take it over.
Yeah. For his 5 years of rippedness. Until he's chewed up and spat out by the Disney machine.
Corporate machine.
Yeah, man.
They're all on that list. You know, Jar's gonna have to do it one day, and you know it. You know.
Disney's going to run out of actors to the point where they're going to be making the Equilibrium or whatever fucking it's called. There's probably a Marvel comic called the Equilibriums or some shit.
Yeah.
And they'll cast Jar, and they'll just be like,
All right, get ripped, then you're in.
Yeah. Look, it's $1 million each. Just get ripped. Just eat kale or whatever. And you'll be in a movie. Fuck it.
Yeah, but it would work. Imagine us whipped. The beard, like, even better. Ripped.
The balls.
The butts.
Let's come up with the story of the equilibrium.
The equilibriums.
The equilibriums, yeah.
We are each an equilibrium.
So, who's the main character? Because you need a main character. You need a...
James.
James is the main character.
And
So-
he used to be a tank driver
He used to be a tank... Like, what? In, like, one of the World Wars?
in World War One.
He was a World War One tank driver.
Just the miserable. Just a fucking horrible life.
Yeah.
What's the superhero aspect then? The equilibriums.
He gets
Blown up.
absolutely just obliterated.
Right. And is he like shattered into another dimension or something? Or?
The tank.
It just so happens that he was meant for greater things than just being obliterated in this.
No. Let's reel it back a second. What is his character arc for the movie?
He discovers that human value is more than
So he's an alien.
no.
Well, no.
No, he discovers that people deserve goodness.
Where does the title of the equilibriums come into it?
Because I'm in equilibrium.
It could be like
That is the equilibrium.
no, it could be like Marvel's version of Green Lantern. Fuck it, like the equilibriums, like they're the Lantern Corps, but you know they're the
No.
equilibriums.
No, that's
It's like no. How about this? Like there's some sort of force, like this can be Ruben's character. He's like a kind of like the Gandalf, the Dumbledore sort of like the all-knowing character who he's a bit, but because it's Marvel, he's a bit quippy, he's a bit dry.
Yeah.
He's Iron Man, and he's like his job is to target people who are killed at a certain point when they didn't deserve to be killed and that they were destined for greater things. So he dies in World War One, and he's like plucked from reality from like a different dimension.
Yeah, and this is perfect because everyone loves a fish out of water story.
Yeah, so then you got James. He's like,
James
this is crazy. He's ripped. He's walking around like, this is just out. It's just, I
He
can't
pulls out his
believe this.
iPhone and he's like, "What the?"
And that's when me and you come in, Jim. We're the brothers.
Yeah,
We're the Equilibrium brothers. We know what's up in the
we've
like,
already
zone.
been dead,
Yeah, but
and we're back.
and this
We
is
were
what
samurai.
yeah. But James, he's got no clue what's going on. James, he's out of his mind. He's in a new realm. Ruben's there, just like trying to explain it, and he's like,
Yeah.
I can't take this anymore. He runs away, and that's when he meets the brothers. He meets the Equilibrium brothers.
But
Which-
what's your backstory? What's your
No, but here's
We
the
were
thing.
samurai.
Either one of
samurai
us.
that then was the fucking leaders of the 5 families as well. Just to
Either one of us has to be a villain, or both of us are villains. Because I feel like that's something that hasn't been done in the Marvel Universe yet, like brother villains. Am I wrong?
So
It's like there's like a gap in the Marvel villain market.
so for us being equilibriums, are you trying to make my equilibrium
Yeah,
bad?
what's the motivation of the villains? Are we both villains?
That's what I'm like really torn on, because it might be more interesting for just one of us to be a villain,
A good and a bad.
like a yin and yang type thing.
one bad, and the other's stuck between both.
An equilibrium.
Yeah.
No, James is the ultimate equilibrium. You're too good and naive. I'm too bad and evil. And James's arc is to teach us that we need to come together in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, and vote for Lib Dems.
No, but
I'm a liberal and you're a Democrat, and we come together and we become the liberal Democrats again.
no, but what's the evil we've got to fight? Because it just seems like a rom-com fucking thing, and not a superhero.
The evil
movie.
is Alex.
No, but I can't.
But then, yeah, you instead of just doing the typical thing where it's like one Iron Man fighting another Iron Man, there's still an epic fight scene, like of epic scale. Maybe Kumal comes in or whatever, Pawnee or whatever the fuck comes in, and he like has a cameo and sort of helps out or whatever. Because, it's a whole universe. We've got to keep some cohesion going on. Maybe get Spider-Man in there. I don't care. But the ultimate point is James settles the score and brings the characters together, and Ruben comes in there and he starts crying, and he's like... He's into the whole thing.
It doesn't sound like a superhero movie. It just sounds like
Baby Yoda in there. He's,
yeah, he's in Disney now.
This just sounds like a weird rom-com.
This premise is better than Captain Marvel, at least.
Yeah, no, I'm liking this premise. The only trouble is there is a movie already called Equilibrium.
No, but we're the Equilibriums.
You see, that's why I was specifying the plural.
Yeah, because and it's Marvel too. Like they can probably buy the IP and delete it from existence if they wanted. Like we've got the Equilibriums comic. Say goodbye to that stupid film with fucking Batman in it or whatever.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz.
That's like ripping off the Matrix. Is that the movie?
Yeah, it's totally ripping off the Matrix. It's kind of sick though. Do you remember the part where he opens the boot and there's a puppy and it's like, you gotta kill this puppy? And he's like...
What's this, Equilibrium?
Yeah. And he's like, nah, this thing looks like Baby Yoda.
It's one of those movies I've seen like too many times.
Really?
Yeah. I must have seen it about 3 times.
It's got the guy from Prison Break in it. Do you remember the really dumbass brother?
Oh, the guy he's in...
he's got like the
Blade.
squarest head.
He's in Blade 3.
Is he?
Yeah. So he's in...
He's in the beginning of Equilibrium and he's killed immediately.
Spoilers, dude. Come on. People care about Marvel. You can't just go throwing spoilers.
So at the end of Equilibrium, do you die?
Equilibrium,
sorry.
No, because that's the point. Is that the message is it's like a centrist like propaganda like message.
Right.
Where it's
but how do we have epic
middle.
fight scenes?
Where's the person we're fighting?
Because everyone's invincible, so you can just have like a Man of Steel like just for like.
No,
30
I don't think
minutes.
everyone should be invincible. I think we should be even more vulnerable than normal people.
Because we're in Equilibrium.
We're all glass cannons. You know? Like, if we got into a fight with just a dude and he, like, sucker punched one of us.
But that would make it interesting because the jar dynamic is quite literally just smacking each other constantly and that would kill us. So it's just like...
Yeah, that would be death. So it's kind of like more of a bob and weave sort of deal.
What's James's, like what's his power?
Yeah.
Because he has to have like the special thing that makes him like whoa, like we've been Equilibriums for a long time, but you are like the Equilibrium. You're Neo. You're the main one.
James gets punched in the stomach and he doesn't die.
Well, maybe he's got the super slap. He slaps you like into another dimension. You're gone.
Yeah, he's able to slap another human out of existence.
I create Equilibriums. That's my whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, whatever all of that was, is certainly gonna be better than the Eternals. So,
without a doubt.
But what are your powers?
No, I'm
we're just normal Equilibriums.
Yeah, we're just normal Equilibriums. Like I'm happy with I'm happy with that story. Like I'm done. I'm finished. I've had enough of that.
When should we start writing?
That was it. Like, Disney's going to take it now. They're going to just make it into a movie, and our bank accounts will suddenly
$40 for your IP. Time for us to make
because it was
$2 billion.
Because it was on a podcast. They can just be like, oh yes, that's a good idea.
We're gonna watch the Eternals, and it's gonna be like word for word what we've described.
No, yeah, because it says in the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. They're immortal beings.
That's big difference. That's fucking boring, though. How can you make a movie?
You tell me, man.
They can't die.
Yeah, but then like there will be a character.
No, they'll be
die.
infighting. That's what will happen. Duh, they can die only to each other. Boom.
A bit like Highlander, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Mark my words. I can literally see into the future, and you know that.
So who's gonna watch Star Wars?
Maybe. When's it out?
Tomorrow.
It'll be out by the time people hear this, so people will know
really?
what the new Star Wars
the day
is about.
after this comes out. Well, with that said, we'll be back after these messages.
Hello.
Na, 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 na.
Want a dick on a shirt? Check the description below.
Welcome to the second part of the JARCAST, where we head over to the JAR Reddit, where there is a thread. You can ask any question you like, and we can just talk about whatever you want. Ask us any question you really feel like. Okay, just ask us whatever you want, and I might choose it if it's not too cringy.
Howsy.
Let's do this one from Donnie all the way. Any jar memes you look back in disgust? Jar memes you look back in utter disgust. I feel like James's answer is the only real answer because I love them all equally.
Pussy. Diarrhea. They're the two worst ones. You cannot.
Explain. What's wrong with pussy and diarrhea?
The moment I left the JARCAST on a hiatus, the cast went to shit. Saying
that's
pussy,
not egotistical of you at all.
Saying pussy is not funny.
It was.
No, well, that's because you were literal children back then.
You telling me Ruben screaming pussy and find the funniest shit you've ever heard?
Scream pussy.
No, I can't do it because it was Ruben's thing. Only Ruben can do it.
And that's not funny.
It was funny.
Come on.
It was not funny.
No, come on.
No. It was not funny.
What about you, Jim? What do you think?
No, none of it was cringy. None of it was not funny. None of it was not funny. All of it was funny.
Try and be objective. What do you think is the worst jar meme? What is it?
Pussy. Like, without a doubt. Don't even fight.
No, pussy was necessary. Pussy
Diarrhea. Wow, cringe.
Yeah, you see, that beautiful melody wouldn't exist without pussy.
Yeah. It's quite essential, actually, to that melody.
But also, pussy, just vagina in general, is too taboo.
Yeah,
we
because
throw out dick, cock,
exactly,
winky, all the time.
We're trying to just normalise it.
We're normalising pussy.
Nothing wrong with it.
We normalised pussy. We've normalised pussy, and now
let's just move on to something even more explicit. Let's call them like
no.
Alex, shut up. Just shut up.
Meaty lip flaps. Fucking. Let's just go into the next realm.
We have ascended.
That's the thing, though. It's like there's a half-life to these memes. You know?
Oh yeah. No, but
there's just a moment where it's like, okay, we're done with it. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done. We're not going to do it anymore. It's finished.
Agreed.
It's finished. Like that. There's no part of me that even feels like it's necessary to filter. It's not like pussy and diarrhea are like on the end of my tongue, like just desperate to come out at any point.
Well, pussy might be. Wait.
Oh.
Zing. Badoinga.
I don't get that one.
As far as disgust,
pussy's pretty disgusting. I don't know how we kept saying that. We should never have been
the mere thought makes me want to vomit, but aside from that, like, it's fine.
Wow, really?
Oh, shut up. Oh, quit it.
You know what they say.
Oh. Grey Tickles has this to say. Question for Alex. Will the Up Down album be put on Spotify once it is completed? I genuinely enjoy the music. And it would be nice to have it on playlists, etc. I can't, because most of it is just like music I didn't fucking make. Like, I didn't make the Toy Story theme. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you made the lyrics though, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's obviously transformative work. You know, like, I'm really proud of like what I've done with it and everything. Like, I'm really proud of like the like progress I've made.
You haven't made any progress.
Have you seen the latest one?
There's been a latest one.
Exactly. You don't even know. You're not even keeping up to date. You barely even
That's
care.
gotta hurt, man.
That stings. You're like, you know, Mario Galaxy. There's that like bee queen. James is the bee queen.
Hey,
and she just stung me.
I'm the oldest subscriber to Man. I would know if one's been uploaded.
You're not subscribed to Man.
Yes, I am.
Are you really? If you were, you would have known about this. About my latest work. But I can't even remember what it's called.
Is this latest work last year? Because that's the last time.
No, it was like a month ago. I can't remember what it was called.
Can I quickly shout out a YouTuber?
No.
You mentioning Mario Galaxy has reminded me.
If it's that, like, if it's really like,
I actually watched this video and was like, this guy's my favourite.
explain.
So his name is Jacob Geller.
Jacob Geller. How do you
Yeah.
spell the last name?
Geller.
G
Maybe it's
Geller.
Geller.
That sounds like Geller to me.
And he just made this video called The Quiet Sadness of Mario Galaxy.
A quiet sadness.
Yeah.
Really?
And honestly, watch it and it will change your life.
Does it make Mario Galaxy better?
Yes.
I always felt that game to be quite sad. So once again,
Really?
I'm ahead
I
of the
always
curve.
thought there was something quite cheerful and happy about it.
Yeah, but it's got this melancholy undertone. I'm sorry to interrupt the question segment. I just wanted
No,
to...
I'm genuinely interested.
I needed
about this,
to give
'cause Mario,
that-
Mario Galaxy is one of my faves, especially because
we'll
of that
have
music.
to watch it after this episode because it, like, that video actually blew my mind.
Yeah, I was thinking about there's that certain piece of music from that game. What's it called? The something about
The sad one. Yes.
no, not the sad one. The one that plays on the level where you're like jumping on flowers and like flying around.
Yeah, Gusty Garden
Yeah, that's the
Galaxy.
one. Yeah, the Gusty Gardens song. It's like I was thinking about it, like it's one of the most incredible pieces of music I've ever
Yeah.
fucking heard, and it's in a Mario game.
Yeah.
Koji Kondo or whatever.
Yeah.
What a legend.
Absolute genius.
And he's been there since the start. He did the first Mario, and he's been there since the start.
It's so crazy, like, what that person is capable of. Like, he had to make music with all that restrictive,
Mhm.
like, really old
And then-
hardware. And now he's given an orchestra, and it's just like the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, I can't believe
could
how well that
imagine.
works. Like assigning an orchestra to Mario,
Yeah.
like it, with the like galaxy like theme.
Mhm.
It makes it feel so grand and fucking. It's more like Mario Galaxy is more epic than like fucking like anything that's trying to be epic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Call of
incredible.
Duty.
Sometimes I do just like I just listen to that song in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is that harp. It's like incredible. I can't fucking believe it. Oh dearie me. Red Pringle 22 has one for us. I don't even think. Did we answer that last question?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we did. Whatever. Red Pringle 22 has this to say: roleplay idea. Everyone is Alex, but different versions of Alex. James is current jar Alex, Jim is IHE Alex, and Alex is random XD pussy Alex.
Speaking of pussy.
Yum yum, I love that.
What the fuck? That's what you think of me? Yum yum, I love that. So I'm random, but you did the pussy, a diarrhea pussy.
Do not divulge into such nonsense, please.
This movie's really bad.
Alex is just doing Jar Alex now. I can't fucking roleplay and Alex is being that.
Zing.
I just want to tell you about how bad this movie is.
You do a really good impression of yourself.
I found this really bad channel.
I love Star Wars.
Star Wars The Last Jedi was a good movie, okay?
I love Star Wars. It made me cry.
Are you fucking doing a Sylvester Stallone?
No. I just got a cold, so my voice just sounds...
Yeah.
I love
cool.
Sylvester
It's
Stallone.
kind of, you know...
Oh, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
Boom, boom.
We actually have an interesting question from Cat Spider 2, who asks, what's the longest song you've each ever listened to? What, in your opinion, is the length a song would need to fully explore its potential? Is there a place for 30-minute songs?
No.
I obviously instantly jumped to Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Medal has really long
yeah.
songs on it. What's that one that's like 20 minutes long?
The song Medal.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's a great
It's a really good song.
it's a great song.
Dogs from Animals is
a
very
really
long.
song.
But it's actually the worst one or worst long song from that album.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
So
5 minutes.
Yeah, is that about your peak? About 5 minutes?
If it goes on any longer, it's just like, no, this is too much. You cannot make music interesting past 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Genuinely, you can't.
No, I
'cause
disagree,
It becomes so
but
repetitive.
when you go, I'd say 20 minutes is the maximum, because
And it is rare.
once it gets to a certain point, though, when a song has like reached this point, it might as well be a different song. Like, to keep the song interesting, they're having to change the music gradually. So you might as well make 2 different songs and sort of make them play into each other, just as convenience to the listener. So if they like the sound of this one bit, like it can still tell the same story as 2 songs separately but next to each other.
Yeah,
if that makes
Tame
sense.
Impala has a lot of really good long songs. I reckon
How long is a long Tame Impala song?
around about 8 minutes.
Right.
There's a one of the newer songs that he released recently. Actually, has a bit of that issue, I reckon, that you were just saying, where it has like an incredible last like 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the part I keep wanting to hear.
Yeah.
It's not like I dislike the first bit, but it's nowhere near as good as the end bit, because it completely
That's the thing.
changes.
Like with the song from Plastic Beach. Fuck. What's it called?
Gorillas.
Yeah. It's not a long song or anything, but it's got my point in it.
Is it
The
Little
one with
Ants?
Empire Ants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that one does it quite well, actually.
But
It's only a short song.
It's
though.
not a long song, but like you can make a good part of a song better by having a more subdued part at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that Pink Floyd song does that really well.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be sat around for too long waiting for that bit.
5 minutes. It's the perfect time.
There are some fairly long Kanye songs too. No, there's some long ones on,
and some of them overstay their welcome.
Yeah. Twisted Fancy has there's
It's
one
got
in particular.
The Blame Game.
Is that the long one?
Well, that might be the one with Chris Rock at the end.
No, but there's actually a song I absolutely adore on Kanye's first album that's very long. Last Call. It's the last song on the album. It is, let me tell you how long it is. It's 12 minutes long. And I when I discovered the song, I like obsessively listened to it, like on repeat, even though it is 12 minutes long. So I don't know, man. I don't think the time matters. I think it just completely depends on what they do with it. I think it completely depends on if they earn it or not. It's just like movies. Like The Irishman just came out. It's 3.5 hours long, which is way too long for most people. But I think it's an example of a movie that like justifies its running time. Just like that song Last Call, I think that justifies its running time. Like there's so much interesting stuff going on. You learn so much about him in that song. He like really delves into like everything that is like whole backstory. You learn so much about him and it's really interesting. And the song is awesome. It has so many different elements to it that come in and out, and it's just a great listen. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that before, to be honest.
I haven't either.
Like the length of a song, because there's what's that Kanye song where he says about there's like a sample of someone saying that about 3 minutes is the ideal length. I can't
3
remember.
minutes max.
3 minutes max. What album is that? Was
That's
that from
Kids See Ghosts?
Kids See Ghosts? But there's something to that as well, though, that like brevity of like a short little song that's like leaving you wanting more too.
Yeah, because you can always go back and listen to more. You don't really want people skipping your any point in your music.
Yeah, because one of the newer Gorillaz albums had that problem where they were like onto something, but the song ended right before. And Jesus is King had the same issue where there's like ideas, concepts that were kind of cool.
Yeah, but
the song ends.
It doesn't quite go far enough. It's not that it ends. It's just that it just needed to add one more little
nugget.
One little nugget to satiate your hunger.
Yeah. But to directly answer the question, the longest song you've each ever listened to, it probably is Metal. I can't think of anything longer than that.
Yeah, same.
Too
I've
Long by
listened
Daft
to
Punk
the song.
Too Long is yeah.
is horribly long, and that's the point of it.
I'm not mad about that song, to be honest.
I've listened to a song called "God Bless Ohio" by Sunkill Moon.
How long was that one?
I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Roughly, how long was it?
I want to say about 20 minutes.
Okay. Did you not like it? Or?
No.
Is that the one Ruben loves?
He loves that album,
Right.
but to me, it's just like. It's only 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
10 minutes is a long time, though, for a song. It's a long time.
But this song feels like 20 minutes.
Right. So it
It-
didn't really work for you.
Yeah, it's just not for me. You know, like I just found it really just droned, and it never builds or anything.
See, that's what I don't like
goes.
about that Daft Punk song, Too Long.
You see, I respect that purely because of the name of the song.
Yeah, there's something funny
Like,
about it, but I find myself never, ever listening to that song. Like, I listen to it for a few minutes, and I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
Yeah.
But whereas with that Kanye song I said, Last Call or Medal, like, I'm willing to sit through the whole thing
Yeah.
for something like that. Yeah. Good question. What should we do? Mated32 has this.
Mater.
Mated. Any thoughts on Halo Reach on PC? Surprised you boys haven't mentioned this yet.
No,
I think I'm the only one who's played it. Out
Yeah.
of here, Ruben's played it.
And you don't even use mouse and keyboard, so.
I'm not
Wow.
going to play
Still
a
destroy.
game that I've already spent a lot of time in. I have no interest in going back and rekindling
Are you playing
nostalgic.
COD Modern Warfare?
It's a
It
completely
is a new game, to be
it's a
fair.
completely
No, I
new
see
game.
what James is saying.
Yeah, I'm just fucking
But to me, I've never been that huge of a fan of Halo Reach.
I haven't
Especially
either.
the stuff that they've just released being multiplayer and campaign. I like the campaign, but I'm not going to pay to play the campaign again.
No, I didn't pay
but-
anything because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, true. I mean, I've got Game Pass, but...
Runs really well on PC, looks great on PC.
I don't have that much free time to play video games.
Yeah. So,
So
why would you
I
play
want
that over
I want to
playing
play
something you haven't played? Yeah.
shit I haven't played yet.
Yeah. Whereas, if there's any game that has like defined my gaming career, it's Halo Reach. Whether you like it or not, like that's
Right.
my one.
Yeah.
I was really thinking about that, like, and the game has issues. Like, it really does have problems, mechanically, especially in like Slayer multiplayer. I think there are some real issues there,
definitely.
real balancing problems with all the armor abilities and like the weird, I don't even know how to describe it, with the like hit registration or something with a DMR rifle. There's something going on there, but warts and all, it's one of those. Just one of those games to me. It's like it's
I
the
do
most
like
excited
it.
I've ever been for a game.
Yeah.
Like I'll never like reach that before. Like again, sorry, like that level of excitement for something.
Right.
And it was like the ultimate like love letter from that company, because they knew they were abandoning Halo after that. Like that was it. And I just remember thinking Halo was just like the coolest thing to me, because like
cool.
Halo 1 to 3 and ODST, there's like a certain goofiness to it. Do you know what I mean? Like there is something a little bit more silly about it. And Reach was the first time. Like I must have been like 17 when it came out. It was the first time where it was like Halo like really took itself seriously. It was darker, it was grittier, and it like really took itself seriously, and it didn't fuck around. It was like characters were dying left and right. It had a really moody, like atmospheric tone to it. It's cool. And like replaying the campaign, I finished it on Legendary the other day, and I had a newfound respect for it. Because of course you're gonna like the thing that, like, when you love it that much in like a nostalgic way, you're gonna love it no matter what. But there were things about it I was like, oh, I really like a lot of the details there. Like the people that love the Star Wars movie Rogue One, I think it's actually a lot better than Rogue One, in in the way it achieves that same tone, that like hopeless, like this is a battle where everyone like the tagline of from the beginning you know the end is like I remember attaching myself to that, like, and just thinking that was so cool to me, because like Reach, like in the Halo community, was like this like a really important moment in the history of the like universe.
It's really cool that they did that as well, because from Halo 1 the majority of the fan base that was crazy about the lore, it was all from the books, and Reach was...
There is some contention that some like hardcore Halo fans have with what the game like contradicts from the novel, but to me,
I would take what the developers say over the...
Yeah, that was always my logic, where it's like, well, if it's in a Bungie game, that's like what is the truth to me, because I read the Reach novel like years and years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, I read it. But I always preferred the Reach game, because like that was like I could play it, like that was reality to me. That was what it was. And yeah, it was just really cool to me, and it makes like Master Chief cooler, because it's just like you're playing as all these Spartans and they're just being picked off one by one, and like they're really it's just a cool idea for a game. It's like a thematic through line of just like this utter hopelessness and like struggle just to achieve just a small goal that like makes all the difference.
Yeah,
I love that kind of thing. And yeah, the multiplayer's fun, especially because like it's just, you know, when you know a game so well, like you just know it in and out, you know the meta so well that you can just break it. Like you're such a force to be reckoned with. Like it's probably you with Modern Warfare 2, you know, you with Arkham City. Like you just get it. You know, you like what? As soon as you hold that control and you load up the game, like you're just one with it. It's like a really unique connection you have with this bit of software. It's cool, and everyone has their one of those, and
let's be real.
It pisses me off though when I go to play Reach and I meet one of those people, you know? Like,
there's nothing more infuriating than an asshole on Halo.
Yeah.
There's
Halo has the
more
biggest capacity for assholes.
But it also creates one of the best like communities.
Yeah, that's
like
the thing.
Donkey uploaded his video on it.
Emotive.
Yeah. Like people
in
teabagging, they're like talking shit in the chat and stuff like that. That is what, like, that was the moment I remember. Like I always liked video games, but that was what was so cool about Halo 3 to me. Because do you remember when we first got Xbox Live, we were just playing Halo 3 on those like, you had to like play introductory like matchmaking games.
Yeah.
And some random guy just messaged us and invited us to a party. And we spoke to him, and he just was like, he just explained Halo 3 to us and what was cool about Halo 3, and was like, yeah, he like loaded up like a one of those like custom games. Was like, yeah, these are the best custom games. It was like the coolest thing. It was like such a community.
That's strange, because I have that kind of thing the second time I went to COD after ascending COD leveling. I was level 1. And I did 40 to 1 on my first match. And someone messaged me, was like, is this your first time playing? And then I kind of got morphed into this like pro league team, and just like became like such a COD player just because some guy messaged me, and I just met loads of people for it.
It's the really cool thing about like when games get it right, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was.
Yeah, but do you know what partly has killed that?
What?
Things like Discord.
Yeah.
And party chat.
Yeah, it was party chat more than anything, probably.
But I mean, on the PC side of things.
Yeah.
There's enough servers and it's all that.
You can't really organically just meet someone through playing a video game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But there's so many moments like that. Like, I remember from the 360 days, like there was such a like... There was like a community like vibe to it, you know?
It's strange. It's just
it was
like,
so funny too.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get it. Like being back in those days, it's just like a kid. It's just like you talk shit. You talk to random people.
I was never
online.
one of them.
There was just all these teenagers just like fucking with each other and just like trying to one up each other. It was like so funny. It was like
it was horrible as well though.
It was intense.
horrible.
Yeah, it could get really competitive at times, but also like really light-hearted and funny too.
I just don't get it. Like, how as kids do we just have this ability to be like okay with that? But now, if you put, I won't speak on like a game lobby because I'm scared of people judging me. But back then it was just like I would just talk to anyone.
No, because
Strange.
I loved that shit. I loved like fucking with people on Xbox Live. That was like the funniest thing to me.
I mean, it was for a long time. You doing the raids on Destiny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, because
ruining people's
because
day.
doing like raids in Destiny was like the only way you could really get into like a chat with a bunch of like strangers,
Yeah.
effectively.
The thing is, the way you talk to these people,
It's fucking funny. It's so
but it's so
amusing.
not malicious.
No.
Whereas you get these people that are just assholes.
Go
Because
fuck your mother. I hate your
yeah,
guts.
because they're hiding behind the veil of.
Yeah. No, that wasn't
anonymity.
what was fun about it to me.
No.
I never did that kind of stuff.
You kind of
That's
acted kind of stupid a lot of the time to try and get them to react to your behaviour.
Yeah.
And ludicrous. You basically tried to see how far you could go before people would notice that you're
Fuck with them.
intentionally fucking with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the case of that Destiny raid, nobody
It made it so much funnier.
nobody realised that you actually weren't Australian.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we like you were there for that whole one, weren't you? Ruben was there too.
Yeah.
And I was basically just trying to make Jim and Ruben laugh. That was like
I remember I didn't want to ruin it for you, so I'd mute myself. And
Yeah.
have to like cry.
Ruben
Laugh.
did
It
the
was
same
so
thing.
funny.
yeah. So there were like these three strangers, like a couple Americans, like
Like
some,
just taking it proper serious.
yeah. They were in there to play Destiny, and we weren't like trolling. We were playing the game normally, like we were doing the like, expert like raiders at that point, like just going through it, no problem. But just being really weird on the mic. And it was just so entertaining to me. I love that kind of shit.
That's my main memory of playing Destiny. Luke, kangaroo. Luke. So fucking.
I really regretted not recording that.
Yeah, that would have been a 10,000 views on YouTube moment.
Yeah, man. If I had 10,001 views, potentially.
I never got to experience that.
It's a shame, to be honest.
Well. Booby dooby doo.
Well,
Scooby Dooby Doo. Do you think we could sneak another one in? We've got a couple
Yeah.
more minutes left. Oh my god. Nat Figure says, when can we find out what Ganja satellite is? What the fuck is Ganja satellite, James?
I told you about this earlier. I planned one of Alex's Cringemas gifts, and it fell through at the last moment
Yeah.
because it was supposed to be a custom crafted bong in the shape of a spaceship, but it was £1,000 from Canada, so I was just like, oh no.
So that whole Ganja satellite thing you kept saying.
I was gonna when I was gonna give you a gift, I was gonna say, how would you get to a Ganja satellite? And then you'd unbox a spaceship that's a bong, and that's like really funny to me.
Yeah.
So I was like teasing
You're
him.
getting high as fuck.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny.
See, I tease him so that it's just like,
No, but Ganja Satellite was first brought up when we were playing Gears of War 5 or whatever the latest one is. And there's like a mission where you got to send a satellite up.
That's right.
And organically, Alex mentioned like Ganja Satellite, and you said to me, Jamie,
That's- no, 'cause
remember
that's what-
and
no,
write down
no,
Ganja Satellite.
you don't get this though, because I fucking sent this bong to you at the start of the year. Because I saw it on Facebook.
I kind of remember that.
That's it. That's all
I have memory of it too.
I was gonna get you that, and that's why I knew that in my head. And then he said about a Ganja satellite, so I was just like, "This
Yeah.
works. I can intertwine this," and it just fell through. But then I've also got one
That's
that
incredible.
I've got a backup that works equally as well. Like all of the jar gifts are so intertwined with like history. It's weird. It's just gonna be so good. Look forward to Cringemas.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Cringemas.
It's gonna be a special one this year.
For now, though, that's the end of this episode.
You'll have to get to the
It's getting
Ganja
late for us. It's
satellite
nearly
alone.
midnight. And James has got to work tomorrow. So
Yes, I've got to work. Bye bye. Cry.
So thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you on the next episode. Don't you worry about it. Sandy's on the screen. Don't even fucking think about it.
Sandy's back, baby.
Yeah, thanks to all the patrons. Thanks to all the supporters. Rate us 5-star on iTunes if you're not a hater. We'll see you on the next episode, everybody. Oh, I feel like I went on about Halo Reach for fucking ages.
It was like 20 minutes of the second segment.
I was just like
I know that feel. Do you know what my
you
game?
captured my imagination just so much.
My gamer defining game is Dark Souls 1.
Dark Souls 1? Really?
Nah.